That's it. That's it. Let's go. Practice fast.
It's day 2 of Camp Dolphins 2010. Two-a-day workouts today. Barry Butel alongside Jesse Agler. So much nicer in the afternoon, isn't it?
Oh, no 2 o'clock practice. I like that. But, of course, tomorrow we're right back out there at 2 o'clock. So we'll get nice and hot in the middle of the day again.
Some guy that is hot is number 19. You cannot say enough about Brandon Marshall.
It's unbelievable. I mean, he's a cut above anything that I think we've seen the last couple of years here at Dolphin Camp. And it's only been a couple of days, but 3 practices now, getting a chance to see him. You can tell he's something different than they've had at the wide receiver position. So good, so consistent.
Let's talk about a couple of guys on the defensive side of the ball. Coach Sperano was talking about Randy Starks. Here's a guy that moves into the inside with Jason Ferguson retiring, moves into the inside, not a 2-down back, but can be out there for 3. How valuable is that?
It is valuable, and he doesn't see him as a traditional nose tackle in a 3-4 defense. This isn't going to be a Vince Wilfork space eater, a guy that gets in there and just tries to eat up blockers. They want him to be a 3-down defensive lineman. He's going to go in there, he's going to try and put pressure in passing situations. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. He's played interior before, so it's not entirely new, but it's definitely something to keep an eye on.
The linebacker meeting room was crowded already with 12, now add 13. Ike Francis. This guy's huge. Now they're moving him back, seeing what he looks like on the outside.
Yeah, see what he can do in pass coverage. And apparently this is a Bill Sheridan project, the new linebackers coach. As Tony Sperano put it this morning, he shoved the idea down my throat. That's, I think, exactly what the coach said. So we'll see what he can do out there. He's a neat story, too. His dad was a backup quarterback for Bart Starr under Vince Lombardi and the Packers. So it'll be fun to watch him.
Now we jump back over to the offensive line. Jake Long, Vernon Carey, bookends there. Jake Grove, Joe Berger at center, but we're seeing John Jerry. We're seeing Nate Garner. There's tons of depth.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity, I think, these first few weeks of camp. And it'll be really interesting to see who's starting when the first preseason game rolls around on the 14th. But John Jerry's a guy that's kind of stood out to me. And who knows, we may have a rhyming thing going on the right side of the offensive line. Jerry at guard, Carey at tackle. We'll see. Very impressive from the 3rd-round draft pick.
Finally, the crowds here, especially here, the family day here at Dolphins camp, they came out in throngs.
Oh, it was awesome. I mean, great atmosphere. And every time the Dolphins lined up in a Wildcat formation, everybody went a little crazy. And they got an opportunity to see Ronnie Brown throw a couple of passes. They cheered for all the big Brandon Marshall plays, and there were some big Brandon Marshall plays. So it's been a lot of fun out here, and you just got to keep riding this wave.
That'll do it for the FINSiders. For Jesse Agler, I'm Barry Butel. Remember, one workout tomorrow, 2 p.m.